just releasing Destinies. This is Celebration TV.
Amounted to 15.7 trillion naira by the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosu.
You're welcome to the news desk on Celebration TV. I am Sherry Quinsley Barma, and here are the news making the headlines. Obaseki pledges increased support partnership with security agencies in Edo State. Madagascar foils assassination attempts on President Andry. No breakthrough on protocol after Prime Minister speaks to the European Union chief. Bitcoin rises to $32,431. Musk says Tesla is watching the currency. On Tokyo 2020 opening ceremony takes place at the Olympic Stadium today. Do stay with us after this very short break. I'll bring you the news in full. Do not go nowhere. You're welcome back now. It's the news in full. Obaseki pledges increased support partnership with security agencies in Edo State. The Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, says his government will continue to partner with the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps and other security outfits in the state to ensure the protection of lives and property of the citizens. Obaseki gave the assurance when he received the Edo State commandant of the NSCDC, INEC, who was on a courtesy visit at the government house, Benin City. He says he will continue to help them advocate to the federal government to support them with more funding to enable the men function optimally. Notify them of the good works of the state government, what the state government is actually doing, and the need to increase funding to support the state activities. Earlier, Udoyo commended the governor for his support towards the command, adding that they would continue to provide security for all in the state. The commandant, however, appealed to the governor to support the command with logistics to enable them combat crimes on the highway. And now moving forward, we've not stopped Nigerians from using Twitter, the federal government tells court. The federal government has told the Federal High Court in Lagos that it has not stopped Nigerians from using social media platform Twitter, adding that many Nigerians are still using it every day. The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and the federal government says in a counter affidavit they deposed to in response to an originating motion filed by the human rights lawyer Ihinibe Efyong. The government had on June 4, 2021 suspended Twitter barely 2 days after the social media platform deleted a tweet by the President Muhammadu Buhari. However, many Nigerians have bypassed the Twitter suspension by using virtual private network. Malami, in a statement, threatened to prosecute Nigerians still using the platform, while the National Broadcasting Commission ordered all radio and television stations to stop using Twitter or picking content from the platform. Human rights lawyer Efyong subsequently sued the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, Malami, and the federal government for suspending the social media platform. Efyong asked the court to declare as illegal the threat of criminal prosecution by Malami and Lai Mohammed, amongst others, who violate the suspension or the ban of Twitter, despite the absence of any written law. In an affidavit deposed by Mr. Elop Lawrence on behalf of the federal government and the AGF, it states that the suspension of Twitter was not an abuse of human rights because Nigerians were still using Twitter despite the suspension. The government told the court that Nigerians are still free to use other platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, and others. The federal government also denied knowledge of Twitter deleting Buhari's tweet on Biafra civil, which offended many Nigerians. And now in another development, INEC Commands Ocean youths warns against multiple registration. The Independent National Electoral Commission in Osun State has commended youths in the state for participating effectively in the online registration, just as the body warned against double registration, which it says is an offense punishable under the law. The INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner in the state, Mr. Olusegun, in a statement titled Commencement of Physical Registration, says the Commission would be conducting quarterly display as well as using the automated biometrics identification system to identify and remove double or multiple registrations as well as underage registration. The INEC boss also announced that physical registration of voters would commence from July 26, 2021 across the state. Giving further details about the exercise, he says while online registrants that have scheduled appointments from 19th July 2021 to 23rd July 2021 will have their appointments rescheduled. The Commission has concluded arrangements towards deploying the INEC voters enrollment devices to all 30 local government area INEC offices across the state and the state office in Osogbo for the commencement of physical registration beginning from Monday 26 July 2021. Agbaje further explained that the continuous voter registration would be in place until the middle of May 2022 to enable the Commission to print voters' cards and bring them back for distribution before the governorship election slated for July 16, 2022. And our news coming from around Africa. Madagascar foils assassination attempt on President Andry. Madagascar says it had foiled an attempt to assassinate various Malagasy figures, amongst which President Andry, 6 people, 2 of them French nationals, according to diplomatic sources, have been arrested. Minister of Public Security Rajoelina says according to all the investigation they have made, the people arrested are involved in the assassination attempt of the head of state of Madagascar. The arrest followed all the norms. The arrests were not made by mercenaries, but they were made by the police. 6 people were arrested, amongst them 2 Malagasy are binationals. There is also a foreigner and the other are Malagasy. Police says they intervened to seize weapons after monitoring the operations for months. The announcement of the assassination plot comes after several months of turbulence and threats to journalists reporting on the country's coronavirus pandemic and a burgeoning famine in the south of the country. It is the second time in a short period that an assassination attempt on a high-profile official has been thwarted by authorities. On Madagascar's Independence Day celebration on June 26, the gendarmerie announced that they have foiled an assassination murder of their boss, General Richard, who is also Rajoelina's right-hand man. President Rajoelina's first seized power in March 2009 from Marc Ravalomanana with the backing of the military, and has since then ruled the country over the island. Rather, he has ruled over the island country. He won the last vote in December 2018, beating his main rival and predecessor, Ravalomanana, in an election beset by allegations of fraud. And now news still coming from around Africa. Ethiopia celebrates second filling of dam. Thousands of government supporters gathered at Moscow Square in Addis Ababa to celebrate the second filling of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. These joining the rally also made a show to support their Ethiopian military while denouncing rebels in the country's Tigray region. The dam has caused controversy, with Egypt and Sudan being in dispute with the building and filling of it. The issue is due to be discussed by the United Nations Security Council amid fears that conflict could be sparked by the project. The demonstration, organized by the city administration of Addis Ababa, is the first public rally after the national election held in June. Mayor Adanek Abede spoke at the rally, congratulated Ethiopians' resolve at getting the dam refilled. Abebe went on to show her allegiance with the military in the conflict in Tigray, saying she was standing with and supporting their defense and security forces more than ever before. The demonstrators, who gathered from different parts of Addis Ababa at the Moscow Square, have been very vocal in denouncing the Tigrayan People Liberation Front, which is actually designated by the House of People's Representatives of Ethiopia as a terrorist organization. After 8 months of fierce fighting, a ceasefire came into effect just some weeks ago between forces affiliated to the Ethiopian government and the TPLF. The government has since severed transport and communications to the region that faces the world's worst famine crisis in a decade. Right now, it's time for a short break. When we get back from that break, I'll bring you updates from the United Kingdom. Do not go nowhere. I'll be right back.
Dr. Lizzie Johnson Suleiman. Miracles are what you cannot do, I cannot do, but God can do.
Mommy, she said she takes different drugs in a day, and also she takes traditional drugs. During the ministration, that the pains that she used to feel all over her body, that right now there is no pain.
Thank God you are here. And what God did before, He can do again. It doesn't matter what you're going through. God is able to turn that challenge around for your good and give you a testimony.
Power! Power! Holy Ghost! Holy Ghost! Power!
I came next one at 17 women conference. Papa was very specific that those believing God for the fruit of the womb that they should come out. Actually then I was still breastfeeding my first child. I came out on behalf of my sisters. But when I left, I discovered my body system changed. Last year, exactly 9 months, that was in the month of May, I had this child here.
Join me for the International Women Conference. Our International Women Conference 2021. The date is 11th through 13th of August. And the theme of this meeting is God of Miracles.
I hear the Holy Ghost saying to me, that delay is over. That delay is over.
My husband, the Restoration Apostle Johnson Suleiman, will be ministering.
The best gift a mother can get is the spirit of discernment. Your EDD is between 25 and 26. What did doctor tell you? Whatever they are using did not pick the date of your pregnancy. Your pregnancy is 1 year. Your doctor is saying 9 months. I'm saying 1 year. It will be exactly 1 year in 4 days. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, deliver.
The date is the 11th through 13th of August.
The time, Wednesday 11th, 3 p.m. Thursday 12th, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and Friday 13th, 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. all night long. Happening at the International Worship Center, Omega Fire Ministries, Kilometer 132, Benin Okene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. For inquiries, please call.
It promises to be an amazing time in God's presence. You don't want to miss this.
You're welcome back on the news desk. And now news update coming from the United Kingdom. No breakthrough on the NI protocol after Prime Minister speaks to the European Union chief. Boris Johnson and Ursula von der Leyen have failed to reach agreement on the United Kingdom demands to reshape post-Brexit agreement in Northern Ireland. The Prime Minister and the President of the European Commission spoke earlier about the United Kingdom's suggested changes to the Northern Ireland Protocol. Ms. von der Leyen says that the European Union will not renegotiate the original deal. But a Downing Street spokesman says the Prime Minister reiterated the protocol is unsustainable and it must be changed. Mr. Johnson also urged the German Chancellor Angela Merkel to consider significant changes to the agreement. The United Kingdom and the European Union agreed that the Northern Ireland Protocol in 2019 as part of the Brexit withdrawal agreement. It prevents a hard border in Ireland by keeping Northern Ireland in the European Union single market for goods. The UK government has previously said that border checks imposed on goods from Great Britain it signed up to in the Brexit divorce deal had proved to be unworkable. The United Kingdom's Brexit Minister Lord Frost set out a new set of demands to reshape the agreement. He says disruption caused by the UK would be within its rights to activate Article 16 in the protocol, which allows parts of the deal to be unilaterally overridden. But he says it would not do so now and would instead seek to negotiate changes with the European Union during planned talks over the summer. And now more updates coming from China. China rejects World Health Organization plan for second phase of virus origin probe. China has rejected the next stage of the World Health Organization plan to investigate the origins of the coronavirus pandemic. The World Health Organization wants to audit laboratories in the area where the virus was first identified. But Zheng Yixin, Deputy Health Minister, says this showed disrespect for common sense and arrogance towards science. World Health Organization expert says it was unlikely the virus escaped from a Chinese lab, but the theory has endured. Investigators were able to visit Wuhan, the city where the virus was first detected in December 2019 in January 2021. But earlier this month, the World Health Organization head Dr. Tedros outlined the terms of the inquiry's next phase. This included looking at certain science research institutions. He has now called on China to be more cooperative about the early stages of the outbreak. And now news coming from the world of business on Bitcoin. Bitcoin rises to $32,431. Musk says Tesla is watching the currency. Tesla Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk has said he personally owns Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. He says that he would like to see Bitcoin succeed. He said this during a Bitcoin event, B-World, which also featured Square and Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey and ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood. The digital currency, whose fortune had dwindled recently, rose above $32,000. Musk says that he personally owned Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. He also revealed that his companies SpaceX and Tesla also owns Bitcoins. He added that Bitcoin's energy usage was shifting a lot more towards renewable, and his company Tesla would likely resume accepting the cryptocurrency soon. Musk affirmed that the suspension of Bitcoin as payment option for Tesla cars was only temporary. Meanwhile, JP Morgan has opened the doors to wealth management clients looking to invest in crypto funds, according to the block. The block says that authors of 4 Grayscale and Osprey's crypto-based offerings were now on the table for wealth management advisors at the United States' largest bank. Those offerings are not themselves crypto investments, but rather trusts based on the performance of crypto assets. And the price of digital currency has since remained stable at $31,000 to $32,000 since it fell below $30,000 this week. And still on business news, the NATI board vows to intensify oil revenue drive. The transparency of the federal government in the oil and gas and mining industries is irrevocable, the President Muhammadu Buhari has said. Buhari states this as the newly inaugurated 15-member governing board of the Nigerians Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative and vowed to intensify the drive for increased revenue from the country's extractive industries. Speaking at the inauguration of the board in Abuja, the president, who was represented by the secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, says he wants to renew the commitment of the Nigerian government to the implementation of the 80 under the provisions of the NEITI Act 2007 and the global EITI standards. Buhari observed that over the years, the NEITI had demonstrated competence, integrity, and commitment to the values of the country required to achieve economic growth and development in the extractive sectors. This was through availability of reliable information and data required for national planning and reforms. He advised the new board to ensure the NEITI continued to preserve these virtues for the benefit of the citizens. He explained that the appointment and inauguration of the NEITI board was a demonstration of the federal government's commitment to transparency and the accountability in the management of Nigerians' economic resources. Right now, we'll take a break. When we get back from that break, it'll be news coming from the world of sports. Do stay with us. I'll be right back.
Hello, have you been searching for an appropriate platform to advertise and promote your product and services? Are you a minister of the gospel and you want your message to spread across the globe? Stop this search. We've got the coverage to give your voice and ministry the amplification you require. To get a rewarding and cost-effective solution to that business idea of yours, Celebration TV is here to take your dream to the climax. We provide the following services: voiceover production, documentary packages, video production of your event, video editing, script writing, affordable live broadcast of your events, and more. For more information, please contact us on +234 703 341 3637 or +234 816 234 8181. You can also reach us via our social media platform: Facebook Celebration TV, Instagram My Celebration TV, Twitter us at My Celebration TV, YouTube Celebration TV. And you can send us a mail at celebrationtelevision@gmail.com.
Welcome back, and now it is sport news. Tokyo 2020 opening ceremony takes place at the Olympic Stadium today. With an unexpected additional year of preparation under their belts, more than 11,300 athletes from 207 countries will compete over the next couple of weeks, all vying to get their hands on the medal they've worked so long for. When the Games were postponed in March 2020, organizers said the Olympic flame could become the light at the end of the tunnel. With COVID-19 pandemic still raging worldwide, that metaphorical tunnel is still being traversed. But today's opening ceremony offers a glimmer of that light. International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach says it will be a moment of joy and relief when entering the stadium. A moment of joy in particular for the athletes because he knows how much they are longing for the moment. Then they can finally be there and enjoy the moment under very special circumstances. And now in another sports news. All eyes on Team Nigeria as Tokyo Olympics begin today. The opening ceremony of Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, which kicks off today, comes as cheering news for the sports faithful after the Games, which were initially set to hold between July 24th to August 9th, 2020, were postponed due to the outbreak of COVID-19 globally. Nigeria, competing in its 17th Olympics, has a total of 60 athletes taking part in 10 sports. The Olympics has brought mixed fortunes for Nigeria, with 1996 still Nigeria's best outing, where Chioma Ajunwa and the country's men under 23 football team won gold medals. Nigeria's other gold medals at the Olympic Games came in the 2000, when the men's 4x400 meter relay team had their silver medal upgraded to gold medal after a member of the American team who had won the gold medal failed a dope test. The country's athletes have also won 10 silver and 12 bronze medals, with athletes bringing in 5 silver and bronze medals respectively, while 3 silver and bronze medals each were won in the boxing event. Aside the Atlanta Gold, football has 1 silver and 1 bronze, same as weightlifting, with taekwondo the other medal-winning sport, and 1 bronze medal. Africa's most populous nations hope for medals during the Tokyo Games are limited, with only a few African competitors at par with the best in their events. Right now, it is time for a recap of the headlines as we have come to the end of the news desk on Celebration TV. Obaseki pledges increased support partnership with security agencies in Edo State. Madagascar foils assassination attempt on President Andry Rajoelina. No breakthrough on knee protocol after Prime Minister speaks to the European Union chief. Bitcoin rises to $32,431. Musk says Tesla is watching the currency. Tokyo 2020 opening ceremony takes place at the Olympic Stadium today. And now it is time for the photo of the day. That photo depicts that when it is your time, you will surely reap the dividend of your efforts. Wait for the right time, because time is golden. You can share your thoughts about that photo of the day via our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Celebration TV. On Instagram, we are My Celebration TV. On Twitter, we are at My Celebration TV. On YouTube, Celebration TV. Always remember that your positive contribution to the wellness of the society you find yourself or the organization you work defines your leadership might. As an individual who knows what to do and do without expecting to be pushed has bagged his way to success. Be it known today that everything we do, think, feel, and believe either has a positive or negative effect on humanity and our national well-being. Make sure to be a part of nation building today. I am Sherry Quincy Divine, and thank you for staying tuned on the news desk. It's goodbye.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by